here we are with yet another episode of ASMT. We just finished Nice World, and now it seems like we're in a desert world. Hell, even the level title says Dusty Desert. And as you can see, they've just taken your power-up away as soon as you begin the level. That's a pretty nasty way to start off a level. It already makes me feel like this is just going to be insanely hard. So yeah, that was pretty flat, but hey. Then we get a giant pyramid that's just there for no reason, but hey, I'm not one to complain. Then we have that. I have a feeling I'm gonna need this trampoline because, well, they put it there. Midpoint already. Fuck. Invisible blocks, just to annoy the guy, whoever's playing, I guess. Then they want us to put a trampoline. And then... okay, so we're starting to outline everything with outlines. Okay, it makes things a little more, like, relenting. Now that you actually know what's going on. So it's not totally clueless, you're not running completely around like a headless chicken with its head cut off. Yeah, there was actually a headless chicken at one point. I think it cost like $100,000 or something, that chicken. Yeah, a headless chicken that was actually alive. Normally, something like that would have died, but no. Through some miracle, it actually survived. It was pecking, as if it had a head, but was getting nothing accomplished because it... wrong corner tile. Whoa! That was a surprise. And now I'm gonna have to take a hit here, but hey, let's just go. Midpoint. Now we get to this part. And apparently I'm gonna have to make a long jump. Jeez. Jump! Okay, that worked. Jump! And now we have to make a frickin' long jump here. Jump! Okay, there we go. And I took a hit, but hey. Honestly, once we get to this point... okay, I can grab the fence, but just barely. And after a short while... come on... and then the game gets really Labyrinth-like. Okay, we got an arrow there pointing us. We got all these outlines of items like P-switches, and such, and the like. P-switches, trampolines, and anything you can carry. And then this level just takes that to a ridiculous point, and then we have an R, which stands for reset. Then we have another P, so I'm supposed to bring a power switch there, apparently. Or am I supposed to bring it at one of the other P things? Or am I supposed to bring a P-switch here? Well, I need a blue one to go there, so that's one thing. Then I need a trampoline to go here. But first of all, I need a power switch to even begin this level. It's a bit of a blind drop, but hey. So you have to carry the switch along like so. And then you have to bring the switch. Yeah, it's just a mess. Oh, fuck! I accidentally entered the reset door. And look at how far back that takes you! A freaking long way! And then I have to do a long jump, just so I can make it back to... yes, I'm repeating quite a bit of this over again. Just... I actually accidentally entered that reset door, so I have to redo all this kind of stuff. So if you fuck up, you get sent back a long way. It's pretty much relentless. Oh, God. And then we get a switch here. We pick this up, we have to carry it, and we have to redo a bunch of this. I'm going to pause the video so you don't have to sit through me doing what I've already done. So we have to hit the switch there, as suggested by that outline of that other switch. Then we get this switch. Then we get a reset door that we don't want to use, because it's evil. Unless you fucked up completely, then it's not evil. So I have to take this silver P switch back. And okay, that power-up is there, thanks. We take this switch back here to get two more two switches! I know, it's ridiculous. How the author just expects you to do all of this. Might as well hit them both at once, considering... And then we have to go here. These were munchers, but now they're coins. Well, they are for a limited time. Okay. That was close. And then the puzzle continues! Fuck, took a hit. Knock his ass out. We find a baby Yoshi. Volcano Lotus. And apparently we're supposed to get him to go to full-grown Yoshi. Yes, this is just where things become really Labyrinth-like. To a point where it's not even fun anymore. Considering some parts of the level, you're just backtracking, taking one of them from one place to the next. And it seems like this puzzle has no solution to it. We've only gotten this far just by, like, through previous attempts, but haven't even figured anything else out from there. And apparently, if I try and just feed the Yoshi this Koopa now, he'll just fall into the hole. So what is that good for? I don't know. We gotta try. Maybe he won't. Oh wow, I saved it! They got this trampoline in one of the most hellish spots ever. If you fuck this up, you get sent back like 5 minutes. Who knows? Maybe longer. But if you don't fuck this up, then you're fine. Yeah, this is just a mess. Why I'm still playing is beyond me. Eat this. Get this. Have to keep dragging everything back and forth. Then they say to put trampoline here, but no, you don't really want to do that. Because before they said to put a trampoline, but here you should just bring the trampoline backwards. Okay, now I gotta make this tricky jump. Thanks. So, since I left a bunch of these guys there, we have to actually run past them. And now what? So I'm supposed to bring this... And I think I'm supposed to get a blue P-switch, but maybe I can actually bring it past, well, wherever. Oh, okay, now I have to backtrack, just because I missed one button. Okay. Jump, come on! Okay, now we're gonna climb this freaking fence. Grab the switch. Do I need to grab... Oh. Is this really even worth continuing? Considering how some levels just fucked up beyond repair, this included, I'm actually gonna roll 6-sided die. Odd numbers, I continue it. Even numbers, I don't. Yes, I know I can't flip a coin. It's still the case! It's been a year since I couldn't flip a coin. I've built such great levels, with flaws, of course, yet I still can't flip the frickin' coin. So we're gonna roll this dice and see if we should even continue this, or not. It hit the floor, but it still counts. Because I can see it. It landed on something, so... Yep, this isn't even worth it to continue anymore, so... Let's just have Demo commit suicide, but in what way? I don't know. How do I want to end this? On what note? Probably a suicidal note, but hey. Let's try and fall from an extreme height. And just land on the ground and... That's it. ASMT is done! This hack just... This isn't fun anymore! Considering where things get this labyrinth-like, to a point where you're just backtracking, bringing everything around. You can't even figure out what's going on, because, well, it's just way too confusing! Before I give the rating on this, which is really tough to do, because, well, it's evident that some effort was put into this, but other people just fucked this thing up. I'm gonna go and try and show you the ugliest things about this romhack. The ugliest things! Let's get some power-ups, just in case if we actually need to go further into these levels than we should. this was always the preferred spot because it's the freaking ball sack, whatever that is. Here, there was too much text, more than it should have been, but I think you could have skipped this level, I don't know. This level was really hard for where it was placed, those really tight jumps, but it's not as bad as what shows up later. This level was by far one of the worst I have ever seen in a long while, with invisible enemies in which some of the bullet cannons aren't even placed right. Where are the bullet cannons that aren't placed right? I'm sure there are some. Yeah, there's that. There's this one. There's freaking everything that's just... There's that, so yeah. See, that level's a train wreck, made by Darkboo, who conveniently made a bunch of other levels in the game that are also... This level's a little too simplistic, but hey, I won't complain. I'm lucky that this level's breakable! This level was probably the most sadistic I have played in a while. Sometimes, doesn't even have the fucking courtesy to make the power-up show up in the second half. Honestly, if I could find the level author in real life, I'd rip his heart out of his ass and show everyone how cold and black it is before he dies. This level is very similar to Emerald Stronghold, which I had addressed before, which is where I had come to the conclusion that ASMT was as hard as dinosaur shit. Yet another level where you have to pretty much know everything by heart, otherwise you're fucked, you're fucked, you're fucked. This level is made by Darkboo, it's pretty crappy, but at least it's not as bad as Afraid of Flying Unseen. And the second half is, oh, just like the level before it. You gotta know everything that's gonna happen or you're screwed. This level was much more straightforward and simple than the previous ones. Makes you wonder why you're putting the straightforward, simple levels after the more complex and tedious ones, so little kids can't play the game? This level just spammed all the strongest enemies with no real pattern, made by Darkboo again. Fucking Satan. Nothing here. Oh, this level you just spent way too long waiting for the castle to move up and down. I seriously commend anyone who has the patience to do this without hitting the speed up button. And this is probably the worst of all. A level in which a message repeats and it never fucking stops. Like seriously, this never stops. It never stops. Move. It never stops. You have to close it every freaking time or it's... Oh great, am I... It's not even worth it showing you any more of the level. You get it. This has tight squeezes, and when combined with the Black Mage, conveniently from Final Fantasy 1, it could just be deadly. This level is where things get really Labyrinth-like, and just, they start to get unenjoyable. This level, more tight squeezes, way too simplistic level, especially for a castle, especially for the World 6 castle, considering what castles 4 and 5 were like. Oh, and then we have this level that is so confusing, complex, and just not fun to play that I stopped playing here entirely. Well, not entirely, I may come back to this, but for now, I'm gonna stop this. While there are some good things here, there's just too many bad things here, and I don't feel like I want to continue this. So yes, I am going to give this hellish load of fuck a 60%. I do have to cut you some slack here, because you guys didn't totally fuck everything up. I mean, there are some levels that are actually decent and playable. Like, it's not... Some people don't actually have to be yelled at for this. It's just some certain people made some levels that are bad, while others made levels that are good. And also, not to mention, for some people, this was their first level they've ever made. Similar to what happened in SMCslevelengine, actually. Oh yeah, let me bring up a post that someone else wrote pertaining to this.